An overpowered but emotionless ninja wants Elixir of Immortality to save his wife. Gabimaru was sentenced to death and executioner is ready to kill him by cutting his head. Officer asks him if he has any last wish, but Gabimaru says no. Now, the executioner tries to kill him by blowing his sword, but it does no harm. Everyone thinks beheading a ninja with a single blow is next to impossible. So, the executioner tries again and again. But his neck is so strong that sword is broken into 2 pieces. Everyone is surprised to see this because it is impossible. However, Gabimaru wonders why he can't die and why he won't die. He thinks that he has no attachment to life and he does not want to be alive because he has killed countless people until now. That's why he does not expect to live a long life. A lady inspector is here to research about him. It is revealed that Gabimaru was born in the village of Iwagakure, but he has studied only assassination techniques since he was a child. Many lose their lives during training, but in exchange, those who survive develop superhuman bodies. That's why she knows for someone from Iwagakure, breaking a blade with his own flesh is a simple task. To which Gabimaru says someone that shitty with a sword cannot hurt him. And he did not even have to use any ninjutsu. Inspector then inquires if he can use ninjutsu, because she wants to see it. But Gabimaru refuses her to show it. Next day, they try to burn him at the stake, because being burnt at the stake is normally the punishment for arson. The heat causes the muscles to shrink, and bending the body so severely that bones break. So, the person dies when they suffocate, and it is an incredibly painful execution method. Before doing this, they try to stab him by spears, but even it does not work. After this, they start burning him alive, and everyone thinks Gabimaru will die painfully this time. However, the flames are enormous, but even this execution method could not kill him. Gabimaru explains to her that he is not trying to resist, and if anything, he wishes she would kill him. To which she says that her job is to record events. So, she asks Gabimaru to tell her more about himself. Gabimaru then says that his background is not very interesting. Even he does not know about his parents, because he was only told they were killed by the village chief when he was a baby. However, he does not know why he does not have any feelings about it. Furthermore, he does not have any dreams, because shinobi do not have any great purpose and they just kill as they are told. Now, she asks him the reason why he was caught. Gabimaru then tells her that he tried to leave the village, and he was captured on a job when his cohorts betrayed him. So, he assumes that the village chief probably put them up to it, because he does not allow anyone to leave. The next day, officer decides to torn him apart by bulls. In this execution method, ropes tied to a person's legs are pulled by bulls. This method not only removes the person's legs, but also splits them from groin to chest. Now, they try this method to kill Gabimaru, but it does not work also. Seeing this, the officer gets angry and orders her men to bring more bulls. Just then, Inspector starts saying that it is strange, because despite saying he wants to be killed, it seems to her as though he was resisting. So, she wants to know why someone with no will to live would do it. However, she asks why he tried to leave the village. Gabimaru then reveals that it was not for an interesting reason. He was the best in Iwagakure. Also, he had the chief's recognition and married his daughter. But his daughter was really stupid. However, he does not know how the chief's daughter ended up like that. She was a carefree, naive, and sheltered girl. She turned his life upside down, because she always told him to remove his shoes when he came inside, pray once a day, say thanks for the meal together, and express gratitude for the life they have taken. Gabimaru says that he was totally bewildered and got fed up with her, because he did not want to lose his edge. He also talked to village chief, but he said that there is no helping it. However, he asked Gabimaru if he could do one last job for him, and they captured him. Gabimaru already knew that he had been set up, but he also knew the people of Iwagakure would follow him everywhere, even if he escaped. And it was over the moment he was caught in their trap. He realized that it was stupid of him to defy the chief in the first place, so he gave up. Now, Gabimaru asks her if it is a very interesting reason or not, but she does not say anything. At night, an old man tells her she should not get involved with Gabimaru, and asks if she knows what his name is, to which ladies says he is Gabimaru, farmer shinobi of Iwagakure. The old man then says that she does not know anything about him, because his other name is Gabimaru the Hollow. He is a hollow man, without blood or tears. He is actually a monster, who killed 20 men when he was arrested. And rumor is, the shinobi of Iwagakure consume an elixir of life, the medicine of immortality that comes from Shinsenkyo. By hearing this, she asks him if he is sure about it, and wonders why a hollow man would fight back so hard that he killed 20 people. On the other hand, Gabimaru was remembering her words, as it seems to her that he was resisting. He then says that she is right because he strengthened his neck's muscles, but he wonders why he does not just die, because he has no attachment to life, so he decides that he will finish it all tomorrow. The next day, they try to kill him by boiling, using a large quantity of oil. However, Gabimaru still survives this, and everyone is shocked to see it. But Gabimaru is still wondering why he won't die and why he is still enduring this, because he should have no lingering attachments. On the other hand, the officer and his men are also surprised why Gabimaru is not dying. Inspector is watching this all, and tells officer that arrangements have been made, so she is ready to start at any time. After some time, they take Gabimaru to a dark palace. Gabimaru asks what kind of execution it is this time, because he is getting tired of this, to which officer says this will shut him up. Now, Gabimaru enters into a room, where the inspector is in front of him. Gabimaru gets shocked to see her and does not understand what this is. The officer then reveals that she is no mere inspector. She is actually a sword tester sent here from Edo, and she is the executioner Yamada Aseman Sajiri. Yamada Aseman is the trade name of the Yamada clan Ronin, who have served as sword testers and executioners for generations. Apart from this, they are master swordsmen capable of testing swords and beheading criminals with a single blow. Knowing about it, Gabimaru is shocked. Sajiri reveals that the shogunate has charged her with his execution. She reminds him that he wanted someone to kill him, so she will grant him his wish. Gabimaru imagines about it and gets scared, because she is the real deal and can kill him instantly. That's why he frees his hands and gets ready to face her. Sajiri attacks to kill him, but Gabimaru escapes by jumping. She asks Gabimaru why he evaded her blow, because he would have died if he had not moved. Gabimaru realizes that Sajiri is able to injure him. Meanwhile, Sajiri again attacks him. He tries to escape her blow, and asks himself if he really does not want to die. Sajiri then says that through her job, she has been present during the final moment of many. That's why she has learned to identify how people truly feel when they are dying. And a person's true nature is reflected in the blade. Some put up a brave act until just before their death. Some desperately beg for mercy, and some lie to themselves and claim to have accepted death. So, Gabimaru is one of them. She tells him there is certainly a great emptiness inside him, because she is certain of it after listening to him describe his history. But actually he lied about one thing, that he does have an attachment to life, as he loves his wife. So, she asks Gabimaru if his wife is not his reason to live. Now, Gabimaru is shocked to hear this, and starts remembering about the time when he was with his wife. He started loving his wife, and even did everything as she said. But she wanted to live with him like normal people. Now, Gabimaru takes sword and starts attacking Sajiri. She knew that she is right about him and asks him why he lied to himself, as he could not die during his executions because of his feeling for his wife. She also asks him if he is not just telling himself that he has no attachment to life. However, Gabimaru angrily says that he really has no attachments, and she knows nothing about the world he has lived in. He calls himself Hollow and attacks Sajiri, but his wife believed that Gabimaru is not hollow. He told her that this nickname suits him, because he has grown too accustomed to terrible, ugly things. So, he thinks that he can only show her the same, and becomes sad. Just then his wife hugs him and says that it is not true at all, because he is kind. And after all, he is the only one who is not repulsed by her face. Gabimaru is surprised by this and could not say anything. His wife says that in Iwagakure, men are soldiers and women bear children, but they are not allowed to live as other people, and that is what happened to her face. Her father burned it, so that she would give up on trying to live like an ordinary woman. But she believes that people's hearts do not die so easily, and kisses him. Gabimaru is surprised by this, and blushing so much. So, his wife says that someone like him could not possibly be hollow. Now, Gabimaru is fighting with Sajiri, saying that he is a heartless monster, so he can never be human. Sometimes he brought things mixed with blood, but still his wife was happy with him. However, Gabimaru realizes that he does not want life like this, so he decides to quit making a living by killing people, and the two of them will live a quiet life. He thought the chief will understand, because it is what is the best for his daughter. He decided that he will not kill anyone, and live an ordinary life. But the chief did not want this, and even he tried to kill him. Also, he separated his wife from him. This is because Gabimaru believes that it is impossible to live a normal life here. But Sajiri says it is possible and shows him official pardon. She explains that not only does it dismisses all charges, but it even grants him the shogun's protection. Furthermore, neither the magistrate's office nor the village shinobi could harm him. However, Gabimaru is surprised what she is talking about. Sajiri then reveals that there is a condition, and he will have to go to the underworld. Gabimaru gets worried and asks if she is telling him to die, to which Sajiri explains it is not like this, because there is a land named Shinsenkyo, brimming with fertility and joy. It is says that since ancient times, people have called it paradise, the other side, and heaven. It was said to be far to the southwest, beyond the Ryukyu kingdom, and finally it has been found. That place is very beautiful, and beautiful voices can be heard singing. Also, it is said that immortality granting elixir of life can be found there. So, the shogunate sent a search party there to acquire the elixir. But only the boat returned from Shinsenkyo, and everyone was turned into flowers. 5 more expeditions were sent, but no one returned. Listening about it, Gabimaru asks what kind of story that is, because it sounds like a fairy tale. Sajiri then says that everyone believed it was merely a fairy tale, until they saw that. So, everyone believes that this place must be real, and the elixir of life must be there. That's why they decided to gather criminals condemned to death from around the country to send them to the island. And whoever brings back the elixir of life will be pardoned. This is the reason Sajiri came here looking for potential candidates. Someone with skill and a fierce desire to live. She also reveals that his wife is still in Iwagakure, but since the day he was captured, she closed herself off and has not spoken to anyone, because she must believe he will return. Now, Sajiri asks him again if he has any attachment to life, because it is the only way for him to be reunited with her. She asks if he is ready to risk his life for a life with her, but Officer gets angry and does not want to release him over such nonsense. Sajiri then says that the shogunate has commanded it. However, Officer does not care about him. He threatens Sajiri that she will go down with him if she wants to interfere. Now, Gabimaru remembers about his wife. He has decided to go with Sajiri and gets ready to show her ninjutsu. After this, he activates Ninpo ascetic blaze technique, and everyone is surprised to see it. He kills everyone except the senior officer in a moment, and Sajiri is impressed to see this. Now, he has decided to find this elixir of life and asks Sajiri what he should do now. She then tells him to go Edo with her, but Gabimaru asks why they do not go directly to the island, to which she replies if he does not want to go, then they can call off the deal. By hearing this, Gabimaru gets ready to go Edo, and now, it does not matter if he has to face condemned criminals or mysterious island. Also, he will make it back alive at any cost for his wife. This is how the first episode of Hell's Paradise ends. If you want the second part, comment below with Overpowered Ninja Part 2.